Hello, fabulous percussion students. So this is going to be your second lesson on your percussion. All right. So I have my bell set up. You can see this is about where I'd wear a belt. My bell set is too low. So I'm going to raise up my stand a little bit. So it's something you always want to double check that it's the right height. Because if it's the right height, then your arm and wrists are going to be in the right place. If it's too low, I'm going to be reaching down. If it's too high, I'm going to be up like this. I'm going to make sure it's about where I would wear a belt, which I do. I have my music stand right here, and on my music stand I have my red band book. So if you need to get your band book, you can pause this and go grab your band book because you're going to need your band book. We are reading everything out of this book today. All right, and so once you get your book, you're going to open it up to page 6, and you're going to do the mallet page 6 mallet page, because you actually have 2 page 6s. The way your book is set up, you have a drum page and a mallet page. So we are going to always be on our mallet page over here. So I'm actually going to take my book, I'm going to fold it like this so it'll lay nice and flat. So I am on page 6, and I'm going to be starting on number 1. And as we learn new notes, they introduce them. You see that they put them in yellow. And I've written them up here. We have 3 notes that we're working on. We're working on D, C, and B flat. And being able to read these notes and know what they are on the staff and what they are on our bells is really important to playing. All right, so percussionists, before we start, we're going to make sure that we are holding our mallets correctly. Our thumb and our first knuckle are wrapping at the same point. You most likely have a blue piece of tape. These fingers are down, and then our palms are facing the floor. So just like if I took this out of my hand, it's like if I had a basketball and I was trying to dribble my basketball, my palm is facing down. We don't want our palms facing the side or facing up. So my palms are facing down, these 3 fingers. Put this out here so you can see a little bit closer. These 3 fingers wrap around, facing the floor. All right, and I'm going to be on number 1 in my book. So I'm looking on number 1, and I have D. D is my note, and it has a right next to it, so that means I'm using just my right hand. When I play my bells, when I strike my bell set, my mallet should just naturally rebound to come up. I'm not pushing it in, because then I get a kind of a dead sound. And I'm not coming up super high, so if I come up high, eventually if I go to play fast, then I'm not going to be able to. So we're going to do number 1, everyone. Here we go. Number 1, down, up, ready, set. Number 1, rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, make sure your palm is facing down. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. So that was number 1. I was just playing D's with my right hand. As you can see, if I had both my mallets together, I make a V. I only had 1, but it's angling in. If it's going forward, that means I'm not holding my hand correctly. So again, my hand should be facing the floor, which will help me make the correct angle with my mallet. All right, if we look at number 2 has the note C. C is a little bit below the staff. It is lower in our bell set, so it's towards the fatter end of our bell set, right below our C. Our D is our C, so it's right here. And you can see in your book, if you look at your book, you can see it has an L, so that means you're playing with your left hand. All right, here we go. So I've got my left hand this time on my bells. I don't even need my right hand right now. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Number 2. Check your hand position. Here we go. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. And you should be playing directly in time with me. Your note should be lining up with my notes. If you're tapping your foot, that's going to help. All right, if we look at number 3 in your book, and I'm going to hold this up to the screen. Number 3 in your book right here, we have 4 Ds, 4 beats of rest. Those are our quarter rests. 4 Cs. 4 beats of quarter rest, D, back to D, 4 beats of rest, 4 Cs. So in this piece, when we're playing, we want to make sure we have our eyes on our music. We don't want to actually have our eyes on our bell set, okay? Because eventually when our music gets complicated, if we're looking down here, we're not going to be able to see what's on the page, which is really important. So we talked about it in class. We want to keep our eyes on our music, Now, if we have rest, that's a good place to, if we need to shift notes, for us to look down and shift. But otherwise, we want to keep our eyes right on that music. And you may want to turn and make sure that your bells are facing right in your music stand. I sometimes think it's helpful to have it right here, right? So that's kind of the angle. Now, not for this video, just because I want to make sure you guys can see my bells. But that's a good way to have it set up. So it's right, kind of right near your bells. It's not super far away. All right, here we go. Here's number 3. I'm going to alternate hands this time. So I'm going to have my right hand on D and my left hand on D. Right and left. And I'm going to alternate right, left, left. And then I've got to measure rest, and then I'm going to go right, left. So I'm not one-handing anything. I'm right, left on each note. All right, here we go. Here's number 3. Down, up, ready, set, and go. Okay, switch down to C. Look back up at my music. Back up, switch to my next note. Rest, 2, switch back down. And I think you may have even heard me. I went to play a C and I accidentally hit my D. And that's going to happen at first. We're getting used to where these are, and eventually our muscles will know and we won't have to look, and we'll just know and we'll hit the right thing. So that's why we want to work on getting our eyes on our music as much as we can. All right, let's try number 3 again. Down, up, ready, set. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. So that's number 3. All right, number 4 in your book, number 4, that's another, it's not new because we did in class, it is a B flat. B flat has a little piece of the line, but it has this symbol right here, and that is called a flat sign. So this is a B flat because there's actually another note that's just a normal B. So B flat. And B flat is on the top part of our bells, and it is even lower than C, so it's closer again to that fat end. Here's our B flat. And if we look at number 4 in our book, they offer us 2 different stickings. So we can either do right, left on everything, or we can do left, right. I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to start with my left hand and alternate left, right. If you want to start right, left, that's okay with me. So because I'm starting with my left hand, I'll put my left hand on the topish part of the bar, left hand right below it. All right, and here's my B flat. So we are on number 4. Get your eyes on your music. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set, and go. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest, make sure you're playing in time with me. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that was our B flat, Now, when we get to number 5, we're starting to get to some real music right here. Okay, where we are starting on D's, and we have 4 beats of rest, and then we are on C's, 4 beats of rest, B flats, 4 beats of rest, C, 4 beats of rest. So we want to keep our eyes on our music the entire time we're playing. The only place you might want to look down to shift your mallets over to the new note is during the rest. So use that rest to shift, and then look back up when you're playing your actual notes. We want to keep our eyes on the music as much as possible, not on our bells. All right, so I'm holding my bells correctly, palms facing the floor. I'm looking at number 5 in my book. My first notes are D, and I'm going to alternate. When it doesn't list a sticking, you are always going to alternate. Okay, if there's not a sticking marked, if they haven't marked it in, we're going to alternate right, left, or left, right. It's up to you which one you start on. All right, so number 5, we're starting on D. Get your eyes on that music. Make sure your bells are set up. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set, and go. 1, 2, shifting to my next note. Keep your eyes on your music. 1, 2, shift to my next note. Go. 1, 2, back to my next note to C. 2, 3, 4. So that was number 5. All right, let's take a look at number 6. Number 6, your notes. Take a look. Take 30 seconds. Look at those notes. Look at what order they are. I'm not going to tell you. So same 3 notes we're working in, they're in different order. Okay, let's see if we can try it. So our first note is C. So I'm going to get both mallets on C. See how I'm making a V? My palms are face down. My palms can be face down at this nice height because I've got my bell set at the right height. All right, here we go. Number 6. Alternating hands. 1, down, up, ready, set, and go. Rest. 2, we're shifting notes. Here we go. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Is the truck backing up at the evening? Rest. 2, 3, 4. So we're going to try number 6 again. Hopefully this truck backing up, it's playing different notes than I am. All right, here we go. Number 6 again. Get both hands on C. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Here we go. Rest, shift your hands, keep your eyes on your music. Shifting again to a different note. Keep your eyes up as much as you can. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. So that was number 6. All right, we're going to go on to number 7, the last song on page 6. The last song on page 6. Here we go. All right, number 7, everyone, right at the bottom of the page. Take a look, check out what your notes are. So I'm looking at the order of my notes. I know which one's which. I've got B flats, and I've got C's, I've got G's, and then more B flats. And I know where they are on the staff. And we're not going to write our notes in our book. We don't want to get used to that because it's actually going to make it hard in a long time. So we just have to memorize that this one is a D, this one's a C, and that one's a B flat. All right, here we go. Number 7, we start under B flat. So I've got both hands on B flat. I'm going to alternate hands. For me this time, I'm going to start with my left hand, alternating left, right, left, right. All right, here we go. Number 7. Down, up, ready, set, and go. Shift and keep looking at your book. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, back to B flat. Rest. 2, 3, 4. So that was number 7. All right, we are going to turn the page. So I'm turning the page, and again, one side of my book says drums. One says mallets. We're still on the mallet side. So we are looking at number 8, everybody, at the top of page 7. And what you notice about number 8 is that instead of just having 4 notes in a row, you have 8 notes in a row. You have 8 pitches, so 8 quarter notes, followed by a measure of rest, 8 more notes, measure of rest, and they have you alternating sticking again. So for this one, let's start with our left hand. We're going to do the sticking at the top that starts with your left hand. So our first 8 notes are what note? Look at your book. Those are D. Then we have a measure of rest, and then our next 8 notes are, those are C, measure of rest, and then our next 8 notes are B flat. So we're actually going right down our bell set from D to C to B flat. All right, here we go. Got my mallet set up for D, my thumb and first finger wrapped around, so other fingers hanging out. I'm going to be tapping my foot. Tap your foot with me. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Number 8. And stop. We're going to stop right there. So if you're not watching your music, it would be really easy for you to play 4 notes like at the other songs. This one has 8 quarter notes in a row. Keep your eyes on that music. All right, here we go. Number 8. Tapping your toe. Down, up, ready, set, and go. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. We're going to try number 8 one more time. So that time I started with left, right, left, right. This time I'm going to reverse it and start with my right hand, All right, here we go. Find number 8 again. Get your mallets on D. Here we go. Tap your toe with me. Down, up, ready, set. Number 8. your music. One, two, last two measures, here we go. Very nice. All right, so we are going to do one more skill. We have not done this yet. In number 9. So far, when you've had music, you've done the same note in a row followed by rest. Look at number 9. We have 4 Ds, but no rest in between. We go from 4 Ds directly to 4 Cs. A measure rest. Then we go from 4 Cs directly to 4 B flats. Then a measure rest, and then we go from 4 Cs directly to 4 Ds. So you are switching notes without having rest in between, and that's why having your eyes on your music are so important. Because if we are looking down at our bells, we could easily miss that. So we want to keep our eyes up as much as we can. All right, so we are in your book on page 7 on number 9. Before we play, we're going to go through and we're just going to say the note names. And saying the note names is going to help internalize what they are, and it's going to make us be able to read our music easier for when we go to play. All right, here's number 9. I'm putting my mouse down. We're just saying the names of the notes. If it's helpful to put your finger on your music and follow along, I highly suggest it so you don't get lost. All right, here we go. Number 9, saying the note names. Down, up, ready, set, and go. D, 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 C, 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 C. C, 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 B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. C, 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 D, 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 D. We're going to do that again. Okay, one more time. Take your finger. It's going to make it easier to follow along. Okay, number 9. Got my finger on it. Here we go. Tapping your toe. Down, up, ready, set, and go. D, 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 C, 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 C. C, 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 B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. C, 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 D, 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 D. Very nice. All right, now we're going to take our mallets. Here we go. Number 9. And we are alternating. If you look at your sticking, it's going left, right for every single note that you have. So we are always going to be alternating this song. All right, so I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to put it on top, my right hand just below it, both on D. And I know that I'm going to have to, after I go to the D, I'm going to switch right to the C. There's no measure rest. All right, here we go. Here's number 9. Get your toe tapping. Eyes on that music as much as you can. Down, up, ready, set, and go. One, two, three, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. We're going to try that again. Now, something I noticed partway through I missed at the beginning is if we're looking at number 9, we're doing left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and then again left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. But when we get to the end, we reverse our sticking right, left, right, left. So when we get to this ending right here, we're actually going to be starting with our right hand. Okay? Let's try that again. So we are on number 9, everybody. Number 9. All right, here. Put your left hand on top of D, right hand below it, so we can alternate back and forth. All right, try to keep those eyes on your music because your notes are switching without rest in between. Here we go. Tapping that toe. Down, up, ready, set, and go. Switching. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2. Now start with your right hand this time. So number 9 might take a little bit of extra practice on your own. So just to review, these are our 3 notes that we are learning right now, D, C, and B flat, and we simply have to memorize them. That's why we worked on flashcards earlier and we had those notes. And then we are working in our book. This is what you should be using, is your red book, and we are starting on page 6, and we're starting on the page that says mallets. We are not starting on this page. We're not playing drums. That's different. We'll do that eventually. So we've got mallets, page 6, and then we did also on page 7 number 8, and number 9. All right, happy practicing, percussionists. Bye!